Hey YouTube, Motor Racing Network, Steve Post here for another Diecast review show, but this one is really special because there's royalty in the house. The king of the Outlaws, Steve Kinser, the 20-time World of Outlaw STP Series Sprint Car Champion, is here. Steve, welcome to Plan B. Good to see you.
It's always good to be here anyways, and always good to see you.
Well, we have a good time. We really do, and we do Wing Nation on MRN.com. So we talked to Steve and all the sprint car racers a long time. And Steve, you made an announcement, well, a year ago now, that this was going to be your final full season on the tour. Let's just start with this year. You had a win early in the year of Volusia, but have you survived it all? You're still standing, but has it been survive it all?
Oh, it's it's been a lot of fun and a lot of extra work for. It's not too bad for me. I don't mind. I don't mind staying around and late and then doing a lot of things. It makes it a little bit tough for the race teams if they can't get the trailers loaded up and get down the road sometimes on a pretty tight schedule with. You know, those guys got CDL license, got on so many times, so much running, and a lot of that time is their off time. It counts to their driving and things like that. But I've enjoyed it. I've done a lot of things with a lot of different communities. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think the thing that was really neat when Dana and Tony Stewart and you put this together, it was dedicated to the fans, though, to make sure we all face this where we're going to wrap it up or slow down or do whatever, but you guys wanted to give everyone a shot to know where you're going to be. What's been the fan reaction this week? Has it been what you expected?
You know, there's been a lot of things that has been unexpected. It's you know, you don't realize that as being a race driver on a dirt tracks that you touch so many people. I mean, I've had people come up and just absolutely break down in tears. A lot more than one that know that they've seen you race for 30 years. You know what? And like I said, I've been able to race in front of 3 generations. I mean, I've had people and their fathers bring their sons and now their grandsons and their grandkids, I should say. It's just it's unbelievable. And a lot of fans, new fans, this year that probably their whole life hadn't been Steve Kinser fans, but still they're showing a lot of respect and your fan base does change a little bit as you get older. You get different fans. You know, back when you're sort of on a hot win, a lot of things. You know, everybody likes underdogs. They want to see other people win. So as you become an underdog, I should say, or not running quite as good as you was, and get older, you pick up them fans that you didn't have before, it's been a lot of fun.
This is a question I know you've been asked 100 times, maybe this week. You look at 20 championships, you look at 30 years of racing. Are there a couple of things that just stand out in your career? Like, man, that win was me. If someone asked me one win, one race of Steve Kinser, is there something like that that stands out to you?
You know, I can't find this one thing that does stand out. I've had so many good, exciting races over the years, and when you're running 80 races a year, it's hard to get back and remember all those races. But we've you know, I've had so many good races with so many different race drivers. You know, me and Jack Hodgfield had a heck of a race on the mile at Syracuse one time, and just about in the dark and stuff, passing each other back and forth. It was exciting races, and I've had so many of those last lap. Got passed on the last lap, or lost a race on the last lap. Won races on the last lap. You know, it's just there's a lot of things that's happened there. One of these days I'm going to sit down and just try to figure that out. It takes some time to try to just pull something right off the top of my head.
You know, it's interesting. You say one of these days you're going to try to do it. This I'm telling you, this World of Outlaw schedule, more than 90 races this year. I know we have a lot of NASCAR fans that tune in. You rode hard for 30 years. This has been this racing is a tough schedule across the board.
Yeah, it is. You know, it's a little easier on the drivers themselves. But any of these guys that get out here and work on these cars, they're way underpaid. You know, a lot of them, but it's they enjoy doing it, and it gives them a lot of. You know I've had a lot of young guys work for me that's went into the NASCAR stuff or the IndyCar teams and with good teams, and you know I've had a lot of guys you know go to Penske and different places and have been good employees for them, so I've been proud of that. And And it's nice to have the younger as they get older. You want to see those guys be able to have the income to have a family and raise a family and stuff. But it's a different world running up and down the road as much as we have over the years. And I'm not, I'm looking forward to. I don't want to quit. I never want to quit racing, but the time does come, and we're going to race a little bit this year. So we're just going to take out and do a little racing out in Yuma. They got a couple races there, and probably run a few more earlier in the year, and just see where it goes from.
Well, that's cool, and that's the great news about this. This is not a retirement tour. This is a tour of not running the full tour, but we will see you on the road. Finally, Steve, we are here at Plan B, and we just wore your arm out with autograph signing. The Diecast cars, pretty amazing. Pretty amazing, the Diecast cars that are out there now of yours. Have you thought about how many different cars have been out there over the course of time?
Well, I've got quite a few of them. I started casing them up, or me and Dana has, or whatever. And then I sort of lost track of them. But she keeps a lot of stuff back, just so one of these days we'll get a lot of them out. So we got to get up over the offices and stuff. I get them all stacked in there. So, and there's a lot of. I mean, we've had a lot of cars from the Matchbox back years ago, little bitty cars, up to everything you can imagine. Some specialty stuff, and of course, there's all the specialty stuff you get. I'm sure the people that buy all the diecasts, I think they enjoy doing it. To be honest with you, it's something they enjoy doing, and I enjoyed collecting other stuff and different things. And it's a little tough for the kids. They always want to get their hands on it. The parents want to keep them. So you got to get an extra one every time you get one for the kids and one to keep.
I like that. We like that, of course. That's a good plan. That's a good plan. And we do have autographed Steve Kinser diecast on PlanBSales.com. Steve, the good news is that you're going to take a little breather after the World Finals, and that's why you're here in Charlotte for the World Finals. But the really great news for us, while it won't be a full tour, I know there's racing in the future. We certainly wish you the best with that. I mean, but it's on your schedule, not anyone else's schedule. Is that a fair statement?
Well, I think it's what we'll do is we'll tuck off, and TSR is going to fill me a car, actually out of Indy instead of down at my shop, and I'm just going to show up with my helmet bag and get in it and try to have some fun and hope to run well too. And I'm not going to be there's going to be a lot of. It's not going to be a schedule that's is full. I'm not. I'll probably keep it sort of maybe on this side of the Mississippi. I don't know if I'll venture off very far or not, but I got a lot of tracks I still enjoy racing, and I'll see how it does. I can rent a car a little bit. If I'm not getting the job done, Tony can let me out of it. If I think I need to get out of it, I'll jump out of it. So we'll just take it day to day. And I've been very fortunate to have a good sponsor with Bad Boys Buggies. They've been awful good, and we've got a good relationship. So it's nice to have them have enough interest to still want me to get out there and race a few races, and actually, they've showed interest in it. So they've supported me here the last few years. So I'm glad they give me the opportunity to still race, even though I need to somehow get in the gym and get away from the refrigerator and get down there where I can qualify a little better.
Well, we all need that, Steve. We all need that. That's really good news, and we can't wait to see what the future holds for you. Thanks for swinging by and spending some time with us here today.
No, not a problem.
There we go. That's Steve Kinser, the king of the outlaws, the Bad Boy Buggies car. It is available on PlanBSales.com, autographed by Steve. And the good news is, folks, is that we don't always going to know where, but we're going to see Steve Kinser race down the road a little bit as well on his timeline, not anyone else's. Thanks for joining us here on the Diecast Review Show. We love that you guys are getting involved with us here on YouTube. We have the comments below. Feel free to mention your comments here. Follow us on Twitter at Plan B Sales, and we'll keep you informed on what we have. And please get some back and forth conversation going, because we love talking racing and love talking with you race fans out there, and we appreciate the business you do give us.